Hey, how are you? I hope you are okay. We are having a lot of fun architecturing an idea. What I want to do in the near future is to make an interactive stream where like people in the chat could impact the art in real time. So it's like there's many ways to do that, and I'm trying to figure out the parts. But basically, we will have a live stream with a camera, like we see above me, and we will have a nice UI, a bit like sci-fi UI, which shows a feedback for the users and like for the viewers, and the viewers can interact with the chat and change the curve in real time or stuff like that. And that curve itself will be used to make mountains, for instance. So here it's just one example of how to achieve that, but basically it's a bit like a keyboard, like a musical keyboard, a piano. We could have each letter of the alphabet that drives the curve, like a smooth curve version, and with the same idea of envelope, like a knot envelopes, we can over time change the weighted impact of that of the nuts of the letters that users have used, and that means we will have a nice progression of curve for the mountains. So I think that works. Now the thing is that that's just the basics, and what's cool about that is after that we can introduce more and more features, like let users define objects at given positions, or whatever. Like I mean, everything is possible. And I think it can be really interesting to make a very nice UI, like with some sliders, some cursors that also are driven by some actions from the users. So yeah, tech talk. So yeah, that's the idea, and now I'm trying to figure out the architecture of that. I'm already pretty advanced in that, but of course there is a lot of development to do that I'm trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out how to package everything, but it's like I want to industrialize that. Like I want to be able to just make a new folder, which is my art. The art part is just a small part, and then everything else is can be maintained separately. It's just servers. So it's like, I need to find better names for all of that. But like I just want to be able to provide a configuration that describes what kind of inputs I need, and then a function that will implement this art. And I think that's it. But I'm not. That's the hardest part is to define that function. I don't know how it looks like. Like the art function will have to be stream in like a stream art API, because it's like we are streaming some SVG parts. We are streaming lines essentially. So I guess that says everything when I say we are streaming lines. So it's like it's like a stream of, I don't know in Rust how it will work. I never done such complex stuff in Rust, but I will figure it out. It's just a callback, maybe. It's a function art with a callback that says draw. It's called by this. Every 10 seconds, it's a configuration. Like every 10 seconds, I need to pick the current curve and draw again. And possibly it's taking more than 10 seconds because maybe the axis draw have not finished. So I can use a file to solve that and wait the file is finished. So that's solved by this library. And now I just need to be able to implement the Oh no, I want to, I don't know how to figure, okay, I need this to return a function actually, to return another function. That takes, that takes nothing. Oh no, it takes the curve. It takes the value of the JSON format, of the same format we describe here, and like it's modular because we can add more features here. And like this is fully configurable. We can change totally the idea of what is the input. And now I need to implement components. Like, for instance, this is an alphabetic curve. With that UI is an alphabetic curve, and it will return an array of values. And I guess that's it. So it returns a function that takes the JSON and returns all the lines to draw. So it's straightforward here, I guess. But it's it's a two-level functions because I have a state that needs to be stayed here. So it's it's a stream. Anyway, I guess that's it. Okay. Where is the complexity to do? Okay, so here there's a lot of devs. Yeah. Okay, so that's the UI. So every colored box is something to develop. So yeah, there's 5 components. That's gonna be fun to do it, but I think that's basically it. I have the whole architecture. And I know this can be optimized in the future. Like this part could be optimized. Like where are the limits? Here we may want to not to optimize that part where the plotter is going home each time. I'm gonna write the drawbacks in some gray color. Like I don't know. Oh, there's no italic in that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's write some drawbacks. So it goes home every time, and that's a bit slower. It's not pure real time. It's like it's batched by a certain time we define. Going to be a lone project. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think I can have a MVP. Like a first version pretty soon. I mean, it depends how much time I focus on that, because I have a lot of other plans. But yeah, I think a first version could be relatively quick. But an ugly one. I mean, no fancy UI. Because I mean, this could be like there's so much fun to try also on the UI part of the stream. Like I don't know. Like all this futurist interface, that's so cool. I think it's the best opportunity now to use such cool interface. Oh yeah, with camera, we have cameras like that. Oh yeah. Oh, that's from the movie The Island, right? That's The Island, I guess, no? No, maybe not. I'm pretty sure it's The Island. Lincoln 6 Echo, I think it's The Island. I don't remember at which point in the movie they show that. That's weird. Lincoln 6 Echo. Yeah, it's The Island. Yeah. Anyway, that part alone is a lot of fun, but MVP could be super ugly, and it's not so complex. But we need at least a small feedback for the user. Otherwise, if you don't see that, you don't know what you are doing, and you just have to wait 1 minute or like 30 seconds to discover it on the plot, and there is no reward. If you don't have the instant feedback of your action. So it's like we could even have some particles animation here, like literally seeing the letter coming down from the chat and showing the real-time impact on the UI. Anyway, there's like so many ways just alone on that part. Yeah. Okay, so that's relatively easy. This one will consume the Twitch API. I already have some code that do that. It's not so hard. What is this arrow? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's not even needed here, but yeah, like if I want to have a display of a countdown before the next peak, that could be good as well, but yeah, we don't do that yet. Or if we need to inform the chat, oh, we have a new line, every time there is an increment here. But we see it in real time with the camera. Okay, other drawback is I have a delay on my cameras. That's a problem. So I'm gonna put it here, like the stuff to solve. Delay in camera. Here we have a bad perf if goes home. It's not so bad actually, but it could be optimized. Why is there a delay? I'm not sure. I think it's over IP. I use a phone to stream my camera over IP, so it's not directly connected to my computer. Actually, it's just that's why. What's actually weird is my camera here. It's super reactive, like the pen camera. But look at my thing, like I still have. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you something. Here, it's instantly showing, but here, look, I have like 5-second delay, and I think it's just the software I'm using because it's both cameras are over IP, over Wi-Fi. So I'm pretty sure it's just I'm using an Android app to film. I could totally use another way. Yeah, that's a bit annoying, and sometimes it even stops. Like there's some glitch. Oh yeah, it's a lot of problems on that to solve. Okay, won't have a fancy UI yet. This one is it's quite straightforward for this one. Oh yeah, I forgot an arrow to. Oh no, that's the chat. That the only impact is from the messages of the chat. There may be comments as well. Yeah, I want. Yeah, I think at least I need to have some specific comments. Yeah. How do I modularize that? Yeah, maybe it's built in that stream state server. It's not part of the art, I guess. But yeah, like I want to be able to reset the curve, and when we reset the curve, like for instance on the bottom, like the first bottom part here, is when there is no interaction at all. It's straight lines because the curve have not moved at all. There were no users. Then at some point, some users start to type, and then we have a curve. And I think the curve is going to be normalized. So it's like an iceberg. The part under the water is going to actually push downwards, and that's why we could have just peaks. And then here at some point the mountain stops and make a new mountains behind it. And to do that, you just reset completely the curve, and that's an action I could have only myself, but in the future it could be like you pay you pay some money, or no, not necessarily, or you just use a channel points, whatever. So this is pretty cool to imagine, to have some some specific privilege like that, or like even putting objects. That's cool. It's like you say, okay, at this point, put an object at the letter E or the letter D, and then it's just going to position it for the next time. And you also pay some points. So now that means we need to develop objects if we want that. And I guess it's a new thing. It's a new thing to have in the state to accumulate objects in positions. And when we get the value, we know, okay, oh, the user wanted to position to draw something here. Okay, so that works in that architecture, I guess. So yeah, I think we have everything. Just need to develop everything. Oh yeah, I think we want that line in the UI so we can actually see where the lines is falling under. And I was thinking about a second curve like that, but like for another frequency of curving, but that's a bit more advanced. So not for now. Yeah.